Who's the big boy with the race car chair? Sleeping on the sofa and losing his hair, he destroys the cougars with his devastating wit, but the only hole he's getting is the Sarlacc pit. By his own admission, he's a gay vampire. He crushes up the bones and snorts them to get higher. His eyes are crossed, like, what? Yeah, he's short and squat and he smokes out a lot. Hollywood Mersh.
You send a letter to the... Yeah, look, Chompers, I don't know what little game you're playing, but it's been very weird all night, and I gotta bonk you, man. I don't know what you're doing. You send a letter... By the way, stop speaking like you're fucking from a third world shithole. You send a letter to police about the Jesse. What? Yes, I'm writing letters. I'm popping on my fucking typewriter. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I'm firing off letters to fucking G. Gordon Liddy to try to get things taken care of. What are you talking about? You know, you've been doing that thing. You've been doing that gay thing where you keep trying to be cute, but you keep mentioning. See, you guys are kind of broken people. You always do the same shit over and over again, and then you think I don't notice it, but it's like I notice what you're doing. You fucking... Hello, you write letter to police about the Jesse? Yeah, ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm writing letters to the Bureau of Federal Investigations. Why am I not remembering his name right now? The cross-dresser, J. Edgar Hoover. That's what I meant to say, actually, was I'm firing off a letter to J. Edgar Hoover about fucking... What are you talking about?
Mersh is a sweetheart. Literally, okay, chat. Tell me, who the fuck is he? What does this man do? Why have I heard a lot about him? At what point has this happened? Like, where did he get this notoriety from? He's a Spurg.
Did I cross swords with this guy at some point?
Is he gay? Literally, he's gay. He was first a caller on Kumite. Oh my god. Tell me, chat, what was his role in Gamergate? He's in chat Nightwave Radio. Are you kidding me? They are literally clout-chasing Spurgs who think I'm sitting around on a manual typewriter. He's defending himself in this video. I am a big dick night daddy e-celeb. This is fascinating. He watches my show. I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm being perved on right now. I'm trying to have a innocent discussion with my chat, and this man's participating. he's like masturbating on the other side of the window outside my door and looking in on me as I'm trying to figure this out, all naively and shit. Just call in. I'm not feeling up for it. I don't want to talk to this guy. He doesn't seem like he's gonna be funny.
We appreciate it. No Nightwave tonight, right?
No, I'm taking the night off. I got to take Louis to the vet in the morning, so
it's not tonight.
Shut up. I got to be up at like 10 in the morning, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not that bad.
No, I know, but I'm going to take the night off so I don't do a show and get drunk and then stay up all night and, you know.
All right, guys.
Shut up.
I tried.
Fuck.
I tried.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
This is incredible. I mean, how crazy is all of this stuff? This is actually technically old news. It's just new to us. This came out of nowhere. I see we've got Porcelain in here. You guys know Mersh? He tried to arrest the internet for making fun of him, but he is not a lol cow. I need to repeat. This is very important to know about Mersh. Mersh, by his own admission, which I didn't even know you could do that. Mersh is not a lol cow. Porcelain and Alan Powell. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much. I don't know if you guys realize this, but over a year ago, we were about to be arrested for crimes against the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking out my window ever since I saw the email, to be honest.
It's scary. Alan, let me ask you something, buddy. I think you were the first guy I know of to be super critical of Mersh and kind of make fun of him. So, were you an ROTC fan?
I did watch them, but I was never like one of their, I was never a part of the Mersh effect.
What brought you over to them? Was it like an Owen Benjamin thing? What did it?
Yeah, they're also making fun of Owen.
Okay. And you don't like Owen, right?
I was making fun of him as well, yeah.
So that kind of brought you guys together. And I think that's how they got a lot of their fans. Is it any surprise to you then to see that Mersh has fully become Owen Benjamin?
Not really, because the makings were already there.
Porcelain, you famously did a whole documentary on Owen, and so you must have been able to see the signs there early on, because you were kind of friends with Mersh. I mean, you know, as internet-y friends go.
Yeah, I think me and you sort of come from a similar sort of background when it comes to this stuff. I keep thinking back to that of was I just deluded and I didn't see the signs, or was it that he was sucking our dicks hard enough that we kind of let some things slide, or what? Or was it a case that he actually did just progressively get worse and worse and worse? And I think it is a mixture of all three, but definitely more the latter than any of the others. I think that I compare the sort of behavior I see now and compare that to, he just seemed a more humble and more, you know, self-aware kind of guy back in the day, so to speak. It's a strange one to become the thing that you are that you are making so much fun of, and that you've basically like piggybacked your brand off.
I had started to suspect something was wrong, like when I first met with him, I started to suspect. Then when you, Porcelain, and Mersh had your falling out, I was like, okay, this doesn't feel good. Something's not right about that, because I feel like Porcelain did nothing. Of course, that was all based on what you very clearly stated was a misunderstanding, and you continued saying, I have no problem with you, Mersh. I don't understand this.
Right.
And Mersh's reply to that was, you know what? Fuck you. Give me money, lick my balls, or else you're out of the club. And obviously, that hurt you greatly. You are now basically a nobody on the internet, and Mersh wins.
Yeah, you know, he big daddied me. And,
yeah, he big dick daddy.
I'm always going to be big dick daddy.
That's where the cracks really showed for me. I mean, he was a goofy guy, but then when I did that parody, I really thought like, oh, you can make fun of Mersh and he'll be fine. I didn't think it would be a partnership or whatever. I don't know what you even call it. Like, I'm not fucking friends with Mersh. I've actually met with Mersh in real life. I called him a fat guy to his face. I pretended to squeeze his titties. I named him Hollywood Mersh. All of this happened in real life, and somehow he didn't feel the need to call the police, and I was right there. So let's take a look at this. This again, I have to be clear. This is from April 4th, 2020. So we're just now finding out about this. This is the hot off the presses. I don't know. Do we know what the story is? Like, why did this get found? What is this?
Well, I spoke to the douche nozzle guy on Reddit, and
just to be clear, you're not passing judgment. That's his name on Reddit.
He said that it wasn't actually him that requested the FOIA information. It was actually a Discord server, a GSK Discord server. He did give me the name of the guy that he thinks actually did request it.
What is GSK? I don't know what that is.
Gamma Secret Kings.
Oh, I see. Gamma Secret Kings. Okay, that makes sense. So this is all Owen based, from what I understand. Mersh didn't actually, let's be clear about something. Mersh did not actually just contact the police on his own. This has to do with Owen Benjamin, and Owen Benjamin contacting the police. Owen Benjamin went to the police about being harassed, right? As far as we can tell, and you can FOIA request this too if you don't believe. If you're Arnold Nicotina, who's sitting there going, my God, Mersh, I can't believe it. I've given you too much money to believe you would do something this gay. Poor Arnold Nicotina. He can't believe this, to a point where he convinced himself that because somebody pretended to be someone from this email, that the email isn't real. So I beg you to do your own FOIA request on this. I beg you to look into this. Ask Mersh if he did it. I would love to see Mersh say that this isn't real. Because, Porcelain, I think you looked into this. This is real, right? It's like pretty much 100% confirmed this is real.
I'm 100% sure it's real.
Alan, this is real, right?
It was real until someone redacted the names. That invalidates the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was actually douche nozzle that redacted everything.
Right. He did it because you can't post this stuff on Reddit without doing it.
Yeah.
This wasn't redacted at any of that. We didn't know this existed. Like Porcelain and I think Alan all learned about this about the same minute. Or one of you guys, I think, posted it in my Discord. This wasn't done in the original document is uncensored. He had to censor it to post it to Reddit because otherwise you can be banned from Reddit for doxing people.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Here's the thing. You got the Freedom of Information Act request. Everything that was read on that was what I said to them. There's nothing I would be able to prove otherwise. See, that's another disingenuous one. Show us the emails. The emails are in the Freedom of Information Act request.
Ding,
I
ding,
wrote
ding,
those
ding,
words. I'm not denying that.
Ding,
I
ding,
wrote
ding,
the
ding,
words
ding.
that are in the Freedom of Information. I threw all of those cocksuckers under the bus. I'm not denying that.
I have the entire live reaction by me, Porcelain, and Alan Powell to his Nightwave episode, the biggest cope stream you have ever seen in your entire life.
Again, every one of these
Absolutely.
people will tell you. They don't.
Oh my God,
I don't
I
want to
hate
be. a YouTube. I don't
He
even
could
care.
have
This is
covered
just whatever. for
me,
I don't even
you,
care
and
if I
Alan
succeed in my
talking about
chosen
him. He could have covered Josh
Really?
Moon
That seems
talking
kinda
about
weird.
him.
They all want
But
you
he
to be tuning
picked
into them.
Sam
They
Whitfield.
all want you.
I
Like, they-
wonder.
You know what I mean?
I
don't put up
wonder
huge numbers.
why he picked
They put
Sam's
up-
show.
They're ants
Real
compared
head
to
scratcher,
me.
isn't it?
They would suck Satan's dick for my numbers. They'll lie.
I would
about
suck
it.
Satan's dick for your numbers,
about me.
Mersh.
This
I
is
get
the-
fucking 5 times the numbers you get.
He loves
idiot.
that
You
phrase.
like- these guys, again, the biggest lie they're ever going to tell you
Here we go.
is that they haven't been trying to be me
What?
for years.
Oh my god.
I might vomit. I might
Now-
puke.
Honestly.
Do I tell you guys every little detail about my life? No. But I'm
Yes,
confident
you fucking.
far more truthful to you people.
Anyways, my cat has AIDS.
My
They
my
can't
cat
even
pissed
tell
in
you
my
the truth
junkie
because
Beamer,
they can't
guys.
even face the truth.
I don't tell you every little detail. He
Anyway,
also pooped.
anyway, all weekend I've been playing a video game. That's how we started this show off.
And I was nice to you. I was nice to you.
You gotta
Where's
like
this
me
coming
forever. I was nice to you, Porcelain.
You know
Come
what I mean? Like,
back,
that's
Alan.
the weird thing.
I was
There's a
nice
lot
to
of guys
you.
in this gay ass anti-Mersh crew
It worked with Arnold.
that have never been anything but
Yeah,
nice.
Davy Crocco
To this
nodded
day,
out and fell
They
for
can't
it.
come up with anything I've ever done to them that's not nice. I did promote
This
Jesse. I
is
promoted
great.
Porcelain. We were nice. to
Have you seen Mersh's show?
All
No,
of
he
these people
can't.
share one thing in common:
Fuck.
that we were.
You wanted
nice
to look like this? He's floating in the middle of cyberspace.
I was nice to every.
Couldn't he
single
crop
one
it
of
better
these
to where
guys.
it looked like he was
And
actually
of course,
sitting
they're
in
gonna
front of
tell
it?
you, I'm a shitty person. I'm awful. I deserve all of this.
Like that?
You would have to have
could just-
you have to have crossed eyes to think this looks okay.
Where are all these sociopaths nowadays when the ex-girlfriend that just doesn't
There it is. Told you, Porcelain. We're ex-girlfriends.
It's not fair. It's not fair. Why doesn't he love me?
I was nice to you.
I know that the worst of my life is behind me. Other than the
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Must not be
Nothing.
too sure about that.
I cannot wait until I find the use for that clip. That clip is coming one day so
worst
soon
of my
to
life
the front end of a
is
pod
behind
awful
me.
episode.
being grumpy, living out of my car in the fucking cold in New York, shit like that. That shit is behind me. See, you guys are never going to win a
This is
fucking chess game
bizarre.
with me socially. You're all social retards. If you guys were better than me,
Yeah,
at
we
being
can't win the
social,
chess game
you'd have a show
against
people
Queen
watch.
Mersh.
I spent my entire 20s consumed by vengeance. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding.
No, it's unbelievable. Watch the video first of this Mersh thing because I'm so like, it's so fucking gay, dude. It's absolutely like the gayest thing I've ever seen anyone.
What?
Let's watch this shit. All right.
It's called Snitch.
All right, so here is the email.
us on a website message board that is completely dedicated to doxing and harassing people on the internet. Kiwi Farms gained notoriety during the Christchurch massacre in New Zealand. The thread was originally
Wait, pause
started
it. You're
by a
already,
community of
you're already trying to like poison the well here by saying, oh, they gain notoriety from the Christchurch massacre. It's just like they gain notoriety because in your mind it like connects their mind. That, they're all like
they
libertarians and
created
neo-Nazis. They
created Christchurch.
You know what I mean? Like they're created because like let's be honest here. I will commend Kiwi Farms for this. They documented it and kept it as a historically like relevant video. It was.
Imagine,
But this
yeah.
is
So you're right.
poisoning the well, though.
Yeah,
It's poisoning
pure
the well.
poisoning the well. It's like, oh, by the way, you hate white Nazi terrorism, right? when Mersh went after Owen Benjamin, he was going after like his very personal things about Owen Benjamin. I'm gonna take you down. He never went, by the way, don't not harass the person that I'm talking about. No, he encouraged taking down Owen Benjamin. I don't give a fuck because people do it to us or whatever, or people I know. But what he's doing right here is literally like you want people to call the cops on you. This guy went after me. He makes videos and videos about me, and they send harass. It's like, no, it's fucking queer. That's why I read this and I'm like, this has to be fake. This has to be fake.
The thing is, like, do some users of the site dox and harass people? Yeah, absolutely. The guy's blue, like that happens. But is the site's dedicated purpose that? No, that's not true. That is already framing it in a dishonest narrative.
Yeah. I would even say the most egregious thing about this is the Christchurch Massacre add-on, because that's literally the way, and by the way, when you throw that in, if you were to throw that into the right police county or whatever the fuck, adding in Christchurch Nazi, that's where people get like literally their shit deleted, like Nick Fuentes or whatever, because like, oh, they're part of this. And when you go, oh, it's really the hardest time to be a comedian right now because of people like you. Because of people like you. That's why it's tough to be funny.
Fans of a show called Pod Awful, hosted by Jesse Powell Shroud, and an English YouTuber by the name of Porcelain. In the thread, I even provided my own post showing the screenshots of them planning the thread on the website. These people are the ones behind our own doxing and publishing of our address.
And not true. Literally not true. The doxing thing, there's no proof that he was, Yeah, the doxing thing, he doxed himself.
He said his own address on.
He said his own address. Someone from the Mersh Reddit might have found his LLC or something. That's probably how they found it, because he had his LLC public.
That is how they found it. He had his public LLC.
And then they posted it. And then,
but
they're acting like Jesse was the one who did that.
It was like scheming and digging through white pages or some shit and like cross-referencing a cloud that flew by on one day. No, you listed your LLC publicly on the YouTube
and then
page,
you said your address on your show.
We have had attempts at swatting at our home as well, which you can confirm with Detective Kennedy of the Polk County Sheriff's Office here in Florida.
Raccoon County.
You can contact them at...
Whoa, the N-word.
Are truly criminal sociopaths. And rumour has it they actually had a female in their fan base trick a mentally challenged guy, sending her provocative pictures of himself that they released publicly.
Jesse, that is a true statement, yeah.
He said it. He's like, that's true, and it was funny. Like, the fact that you're listing this, he's, again, muddying the waters. Like, oh, they tricked the retard into sending pictures of... Like, what does that do with you?
Yeah.
Right? Like, what does that... Doesn't, like, you're trying to build this, like,
case.
I'm the victim, and they're the crazy bad guy. It's like, no, it's just dumb internet shit. Like,
so yeah, it's faggotry.
They are really messed up people.
This second link is to a subreddit dedicated to similar things. Doxing and general harassment to myself, as well as my family and girlfriend, all innocent people whose only sin is being involved with me.
If I were a bettering man, I would put money that whoever is trying
It's betting, man, but okay, go ahead.
to pin Owen's incident on me is one of the frequent posters on this subreddit. I'm not very famous or well known, and there is a very short list of people who are this obsessed with me. Names in that community are Alan Powell, no relation to
This
Jesse.
wasn't even the egregious part of the video for me.
P.S. David Walsh, Thomas Daly, and Ian Ellis. Most of these people are failed YouTubers who see us as their enemy and are trying to make
I like
a name
how
for
whoever
themselves by
censored this out, like, was like censoring every name out until Alan Powell, and it was just like, fuck it, there he is. And so
However,
is Jesse
their obsession
PS.
has deepened to a point where it's begun to
Powell
manifest
Stroud.
itself into criminal activity.
They're
like
cousins.
Oh, it's true.
Swatting, and this most recent incident where they have apparently tried to doctor evidence of wrongdoing on my part. Here is a link to Alan Powell's Twitter account. I have also attached a screenshot of him stating explicitly that my sister and ex-girlfriends should be raped to teach me a lesson.
And the reason
He
Jesse
did say that,
clarified-
yep.
The reason why he said it though, Jesse clarified it, is because Mersh says something about raping someone's dog or something.
Dog to death.
Or whatever. Someone's dog to get raped to death, and they made a joke back to him on that caliber, and then he was like, "Oh, I can't believe they made that."
Now I
joke."
better call the cop.
Can they not make a joke like that back to you? Is it just like off limits? Like, it's a one-way filter? Oh, Jesse's here. What's up, Jesse?
Oh, is he here?
Yeah, he's in the chat.
Yo, Jesse, I DM'd Jesse and I went, like Jesse, I want to let you know this. So I always know he's a little bit of a goofball, right? And then there's the whole situation on Ralph's 24-hour stream. Then this came out. I went, this can't be real.
I was in disbelief to it at first until I really
was like,
dug
there's
into
no
it.
way. And when I saw your podcast today, I was at the gym and I fucking heard it. And then I watched like this video and I saw his response. Like the levels of faggotry surpass anything that's been fucking mundane Matt, flagging people. Yeah, Jesse, I was hoping he'd pop on.
Yeah, no, we kind of willed into existence tonight.
Dude,
Kind of like a rain dance. Like
I did not have this
on.
plan for the show at all. Look at our
Neither.
show. Look at Kyler.
Look at it. You get Republic. You guys can go look yourselves at the
I
show.
saw this before my nap, and I went, Kyler. I DM'd it to you, and I went.
Whenever you DM'd me, I watched it.
Whoa! And I woke up, and I'm like, this is now the show. Yeah, bring him in. Hey, Jesse, what's up?
Whoa, huh?
Yo, Jesse. So when I texted you or DM'd on Twitter, and all I wrote to you was like, I forgot exactly. I just wrote like, holy, this is beyond like, oh, he walks weird and likes bones.
He does. He likes a bone or two.
He is the bone king. Yeah, apparently.
He's the bone cruncher.
I can't hear the word bone now, by the way, without thinking of Mersh.
Yeah, he loves fucking bones, this guy. This dude smokes bones. I've been telling people this guy smokes bones. Do you believe me now? Okay? Oh, you'd have to smoke bones to think that you can have the internet arrested for jokes.
Well, Kyler, and by the way, awesome show with you and Porcelain. I have to catch up on your podcast. But
thanks.
But fucking Kyler brought up a great point. The first sentence is, "Hey, detective. So have you ever heard of Christ the Christ King shoot?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like
That's
literally
exactly what I said. Or, Porcelain and I will talk on like Discord and stuff. But
yeah,
Porcelain and I were tweeting this thing out, and I was just like, how crazy is it that the opening line is, by the way, recall that massacre where Muslims died? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was bullied.
So have you heard of Pot Awful and Porcelain and Alan Powell? Yeah. Anyway, they make fun of me.
Mersh loved Kiwi Farms until he was on.
Oh
Kiwi
yeah,
Farms. It's that fucking simple.
Yeah, no, 100%. And now he's using it as a cudgel for like what did you like rape
it's
him?
Liberal behavior.
Like,
It's
did you
liberal behavior, dude. This
I
is the kind of shit
did,
liberals
actually.
do. Dude.
Oh, you did.
Here, Mersh is having a little bit of difficulty with a Porcelain video that's come out and a alleged documentary in the works. I'm sure that's not something he's super looking forward to. I also heard that he tried to get the internet arrested. Nicely done. Nicely done, Mersh. Get those mean people arrested. Oh, where are the mods? Get the mods. They're talking in my chat about me trying to get the internet arrested. Stop that. Where are the mods? Who writes a letter to the police? Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. Tink, 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 tink. Tink, 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 tink. I mean, who writes an email to the police? Listing off half the internet who's offended you. What the fuck is that about? Are they being mean to you? Like they're passing around your private information and saying awful things about you? It happens to everybody. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mersh? I mean, I know Baked Alaska's going to jail for like 6 months now, probably. He content sprayed a cop at his bouncer trial, so he's got to go to the clink for a little while. But Mersh was out there. He was really putting the work in, trying to get Baked arrested earlier. If you saw that kill stream that he appeared on, drunk and disorderly, spurking out in front of an entire audience full of people and just generally making everyone uncomfortable. He's that guy at a party that has one drink and then tells you his deepest, darkest secrets, and the seething hatred just comes flowing out. But for whatever reason, he decided to address Baked Alaska and try to get him accused of rape.
Yeah, we're here. Merce's tummy hurts.
My tummy hurts.
He had some Halloween candy.
I ate some candy this weekend, and I'm paying for it.
Nightwave?
Probably not, because my stomach's still shot, and I'm just going to take the night off. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Dude, I'm fucking dying. I feel like I'm dying today. These fucking assholes. I didn't get any trick-or-treaters. I got stuck with a bag of candy. And what am I going to do? What am I going to not eat a bag of candy? I've been good with my diet because I have the self-control to not buy candy. But when you force a holiday on me and I buy a bag of candy and nobody comes to get the goddamn candy, I got to eat candy.
What kind of candy?
I got the the variety one.
Right, but what's the variety in it?
Mine is I got the Reese's Almond Joy, Whoppers, Milk Duds.
Whoppers.
I know, but they always throw in some shitty ones to mix in with the good ones. Jaworski was having Pot Awful on his show and promoting his product, even though he very clearly was involved in doxing me and swatting me. Even swatted me again at my new place after Andy had him on a million times. That isn't swatting, Mersh. Dayton, let's get something straight, because I'm going to heave you out of here very soon. Sending law enforcement to anyone's fucking house, saying that they're mentally unstable or they need a welfare check done. I don't give a fuck what little hairs you want to split. Sending the cops to people's house is a faggot move that I've never done to anybody. So go get proof that I cried about credit for anything. Yes, that is. What do you think swatting is? Do you think swatting is calling the cops and going, I specifically need a SWAT team?
What is swatting? Swatting is a form of harassment in which attackers try to trick police forces into sending a heavily armed strike force, often a SWAT team, which gives the technique its name, to a victim's home or business.
The door down, Mersh. No, because it was an attempted swatting. It doesn't mean that the fucking, you know what I mean? They got to break the door off the hinges for it to be a swat. Someone set me up to try to have the cops kick my door in. And it didn't work. So if we're going to sit here and say because they failed at so many of these things that it didn't happen, all right, somebody's got to get Dayton out of here. I don't know what Dayton's angle is here, but Dayton is spreading a lot of fucking bullshit. And by the way, somebody keeps saying, when were you swatted? When were you swatted? I've had multiple welfare checks done on me, bud.
Welfare check takes place when law enforcement goes to a particular location, normally a person's residence, to check on the well-being of that person. Now, this is normally done when a loved one cannot get in contact with another after an extended period of time when they normally would have been able to contact them.
Multiple. And they're always like, all right, unfounded, he's fine. So, I mean, again, I'm not going to fucking, I'm going to let you guys spend all your money on fucking shitty orders that go in my food orders that go in my dumpster and FOIA requests. That's on you if you want to spend that kind of money. So, make no mistake about it. I have no beef with Andy Jaworski. I don't dislike Andy Jaworski, but I also don't give a fuck what Andy Jaworski thinks. Let's try to get that out of the way right now, Bane. I mean, I know you're trying to help, but I mean, I could tell you this right now. Nobody, and I mean nobody, gives less of a shit what people on the internet think about him than I do. Do you think if I gave a fuck what people thought about me, I wouldn't be a little more, careful in the things I say and do, that I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I'm constantly lashing out at people. I tell people to go over to the Reddit and sign up. Get the fuck out of here. You think if I gave a fuck if I had respect for any of these people, you think I would fucking even do what I do for a living? I've never complained about Kiwi Farms. You guys go ahead. Ask Josh, who I mean, I've never talked to regularly, but if I wanted to get a line into fucking Null, I could get a line into Null. Ask Josh if I've ever once came to him with any kind of legal threat. Ding, 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 ding. 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 Ding, 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 ding.